Welcome back to Savage Beauty Podcast. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I can't believe it's already fall, you guys. Last week in Colorado, it was 90 degrees, and this week it's been like 60. So it's really fucking cold. And so naturally, I'm sitting by my fireplace with a blanket and drinking hot lemon water. Yep, that's how I roll. And I'm sure tomorrow it will be back up in the 90s because that's just how Colorado is. And if you live here, you know. So, anyways, enough about that. Let's jump into today's topic, which is a huge problem in the industry as far as makeup goes, you guys. I'm talking about sanitation. Shouldn't have to talk about sanitation, but I'm talking about sanitation. So, before I get into it, I follow pro makeup artist Jordan Liberty on Instagram, and he is just amazing. So if you're not following him, you should. His work is flawless, and he inspires me as an artist, so I would love to meet him one day. His personality is amazing as well. I mean, just all around, he's just seems like a great person. So anyways, he really cares about his clients and models in the industry. And he posted an Instagram story like a week or two ago talking about this topic, sanitation, which inspired me to record today's podcast. Yeah, where do I even start? It's not something I want to have to talk about because I just feel like if you're a makeup artist in the industry, you should know. But basically, he was saying how there's even pro and celebrity makeup artists who don't use sanitation. I mean, he called out some big names, you guys, and I won't repeat them on here because I personally don't know them. However, I did watch their Instagram stories recently, and I did see them doing what he called them out for. So you would think they would learn. And here's my thing. If you have a big platform like that, why not use it to show other artists, like on a smaller level, that sanitation is key? I mean, if I ever get that big, like, you better believe that I will be showing you all my disposables because that's just gross. Okay. Anyways, I ended up posting the other day a post on my Instagram stories, and it was just, a friendly little reminder that someone else had posted. So I reposted PSA friendly reminder, and the post was, you cannot legally charge in Colorado as a makeup artist if you are not licensed. Okay, here's my rant. That is very true. And I ended up getting so much feedback on that post about, from models and clients, how they were in a chair and makeup artist was being unsanitary. You guys, this is unacceptable. I mean, if you went to school and you are licensed, or if you've even worked at MAC, okay, because MAC shows you simple sanitation, you know not to be double dipping, not to be sharing a palette that you just used and not cleaning it off, like just simple things like that. That's just disgusting. I felt so bad for the girls that spoke out and came to me with their stories, because if it was me, I would have never done that. And it just makes me feel so bad that not everybody practices sanitation. So here we go. I've been to plenty of shows and shoots as a makeup artist, and I've seen it all. I really have. I have seen girls literally double dip a mascara and then use the same mascara on another model, and then continue to use that same mascara that they've double dipped about like 8 times now on other clients. That's just disgusting. Not only is it disgusting, you're also spreading bacteria. I mean, come on, pink eye. Pink eye is so easily contractable. Like, you really are going to put your clients and models, and not only that, but your own business and your own name as a makeup artist, you're going to put that in jeopardy because you're too cheap to go buy a pack of 50 mascara wands on Amazon for like $5. Come on. I mean, you can even go down to Sally's down the street and get like a pack of 10 for $3. I know it's not ideal, but guess what? It's something. So here's what I've seen at shows and shoots. I've seen double dipping of mascaras, lipsticks, lip glosses, anything with a wand. I've seen people double dip. I've seen gloss and like liquid lipsticks being used straight out of the tube and onto the lips without being sanitized. I've seen people not cleaning their palettes and brushes in between clients, not using alcohol on their pencils before and after sharpening. The list can go on. Period. This is gross. Like, come on. Let's be sanitary, you guys. So like I said, you can spread bacteria, diseases, pink eye. Pink eye is a big one. You know, models and clients don't really know what's right from what's wrong, okay? But I'm sure you guys have a sense of, maybe that's not right, that you're using the same palette that you just used on somebody else with their foundation color on it. You're going to use that on me? That's not right. And I'm letting you know, if you guys see any makeup artists practicing unsanitary makeup protocols, please call them out. Call them out, because that's just disgusting, and they shouldn't even be doing makeup at that point. Artists should know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to sanitation. And if you don't, then I'm sorry, but you're probably unlicensed, because there's no way in hell that you went through a year and a half, 6 months of school learning sanitations, learning diseases, and just not using them in your own practice. Like, that's just disturbing. So anyways, just use sanitation. Let's just do it across the board. Everyone, even pro makeup artists, celebrity makeup artists, like people who work on fashion shows, like, let's just practice sanitation. It's not that hard. You can get your license revoked if you are called out. If somebody reports you to Dora, you can get your license revoked. So, and if you don't have a license, then you're probably never going to get one if somebody calls you out. So it's better to just practice safe sanitation than to have to go through the trouble of all that. So you can get cheap disposables on Amazon, and then also on this website, Cosmetics, Qosmedix. Okay, Cosmetics has like kits pre-made sometimes. They have every disposable you can ever possibly need in this industry on there. So there is no excuse as to why anyone should be practicing unsafe, unsanitary makeup artistry. Like, honest to God. So, in my opinion, this is what makeup artists should have in their kits that are disposable. You should have disposable mascara wands, sponges, lip wands, Q-tips, spatulas, cotton rounds, paper towels, Kleenex, makeup wipes. They also have liquid liner, disposable little liquid liner wands. And that's going to set me into my next topic, liquid liner. You cannot sanitize liquid liner, you guys. You cannot. You cannot sanitize the brush on there, especially if it is felt tip, because felt tip is porous and you can't get bacteria out of there. So it's just better to have a gel or a pencil. Those are easily sanitizable, if that's even a word. I just made it a word today. You also need to make sure that you have hand sanitizer in your kit. That is a must. Please hand sanitize before you touch anything, before you touch your model's face, in between clients. Like, please use that hand sanitizer. Like, it is gonna run out by the end of your shoot. Like, I can't even stress that enough. You're literally putting your hands on somebody else's face. If you're not hand sanitizing in between, you're gonna spread bacteria. Okay? You need to get alcohol spray. I recommend 70-75% alcohol spray. That's pretty sanitary. You can spray, you can get 90%. It's going to be obviously more effective. So anywhere between 70 and 90%. Anything lower, I just feel like you might as well not even use alcohol at that point. So just get alcohol spray. Walgreens has an alcohol spray in a can, and so it's already there. Like, you can literally click the button and it sprays out. So you don't even have to transfer it into a spray tube anymore. Walgreens is ahead of the times here. So you can get like 10 of those, put them in your kit, have backups, make sure you never run out of alcohol. That is a must. You can use alcohol for everything. Technically you're supposed to use alcohol to spray down the area before you even put your paper towels on top of it and your brushes and everything. I use alcohol for everything, you guys. I use alcohol to spray anything that is going to be touched by me or the model or client. I use alcohol on my brushes. After I deep clean my brushes, I'll spray them with alcohol, but I also respray them with alcohol before I even use them, just so I know that they're extra sanitary. Another thing that you need in your kit is brush cleaning spray or brush cleaning wipes. These are for in-between uses if you do not have an unlimited access to makeup brushes, or you only have a few makeup brushes in your kit because you're just starting out in the industry. I suggest to have these in your kit. You can get, good God, you can go to Target and get the Sonia Kashuk brand. This is actually my favorite brand for brush cleaner. It comes in an aerosol can, and it's a quick, clean, dry spray. It's like $10 to $20, and that can last you forever. I use it all the time. However, I do have a lot of makeup brushes, so honestly, like, my advice to you as a makeup artist, make sure you grow your brush kit before anything else, because you're going to go to do runway shows, weddings, events where you're going to need multiple sets of brushes, and 90% of the time you're not going to have time in between clients to clean those brushes. So that's where the issue lies at like Fashion Week, where I've heard and seen people reuse makeup brushes without cleaning them. They didn't have the time. That was their excuse. Well, no, when you have like 150 brushes in your kit, then you don't have to worry about that. Or when you have the brush cleaning wipes, it takes like 2 seconds to wipe your brush on there, spray it with alcohol, boom. There's no excuse for why you can't ever have a clean brush. Anyways, then you also should have palette spray for any powders, like palettes that you have in your kit. I really like these sprays because how I use them is I'll wipe off the top of my palette in between clients with a tissue, and then I'll spray the spray on top of that. It doesn't change the chemical compound in the eyeshadow. It doesn't change the formula at all. If you're gonna spray alcohol or like use water on them, they tend to change the formula. So there are sprays now that are made for spraying your eyeshadow palettes, your contour palettes, anything that is a powder palette. They make these. You can get this one at Sephora for $15. It's called Clean Up Nice, or you can get the Beauty So Clean, $12 on Amazon. And I'm sure if you Google it, there's plenty of other brands out there. So I want to give you guys some tips on how to keep your kit sanitary as far as like your makeup goes. So you're going to want to cut wands off of anything that has a wand. Lip gloss, liquid lipstick, mascara, liquid liners. If you're going to use a liquid liner, use the ones with the wand, like the separate brush, and you dip it in there. Cut that wand off and get the disposable liner applicators. It's just so necessary because, like I said, you can't double dip, and there's really no way to sanitize those products. Even if you were to spray them with alcohol, that's not going to kill the bacteria, and you already double dipped at that point. So if I ever run out of mascara wands, which is very rare, I always have a backup mascara that's brand new in my kit, and I will literally use it once. I will use it once on the model, and I'll give it to the model because I already know I'm gonna get more mascara wands for my regular mascara, and I don't want to double dip that other mascara. I don't want to reuse that mascara on any other client. So that's always a good idea to have a backup, but just always make sure you have plenty of mascara wands. Same with lip gloss. If I run out of lip gloss wands, I'll use a lip brush, but at that point I'll just literally take the lip brush and like get it off of the extra part of the wand that you have on there, and I won't double dip. Like, you can't dip back into that after that. You're gonna have to use another new lip brush. So I get as much product as I can or I need in the first wipe. So always make sure you have lip wands as well. Here's another thing. You cannot reuse beauty blenders and beauty sponges on your clients. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people rinse the beauty blender after they have used it on a client and then think it's okay to use it on client number 2 because they sprayed it with alcohol. That's disgusting. It's a sponge. It holds bacteria. You literally cannot sanitize it. Even if you were to wash it with antibacterial soap and then spray it with alcohol, there's no way of knowing if you got that product out of there. There's no way of knowing if there's any bacteria on there. I mean, until they put something out there that is like, oh yeah, I hear you can reuse this sponge on your clients because here's a product that for sure gets all that stuff out there, don't even fuck with it. Sponges are porous, they hold on to bacteria, and don't ever reuse them on another client. Don't use them client to client. That's just gross. The brand Real Techniques has a pack of 4 beauty sponges for $18, you guys. You can get 4 beauty sponges for $18, put them in your kit. When you use them on a model, give her the beauty sponge after, or you can keep them in your kit and throw them away when you get home. I know that's like a waste of money, so instead I say use the silicone blenders because you can actually sanitize those, and they work just as good. However, I do like sponges better than the silicone just because I think they do something to the skin. I don't know. It just makes it look more like skin. But I tend to not really even use sponges anyways. But if you're going to, there's the pack of 4 by Real Techniques, or get the silicone sponges. When you're using loose powders and when you're working with loose pigments, anything that's loose in the container, dump it out onto the Kleenex or a palette, because then you're not double dipping into the tube and then you don't have to throw it away. I mean, it's so simple. Dump out a little bit onto the Kleenex. You can always add more if you need more. It's really not that hard. When you're working with cream products or like lipsticks, you can get your spatulas and scrape the product off and work from there. Now, if you need more product, just make sure you get a new spatula, or if you're using the metal spatulas, wipe it off, sanitize it with alcohol, wipe it off, and then scrape again. I mean, it's super easy. Also, you can get those acrylic casing and depot all of your lipsticks and put it in there. Honestly, I just recommend getting lip palettes that are already pre-made. They're easy to work with. Anyways, you also always want to wipe or spray your palettes in between clients. We kind of already talked about this. So making sure, even if it's just an eyeshadow palette or contour palette, any kind of palette, just make sure you're wiping it off in between your clients or spraying it in between your clients, or you're scraping off the product instead of using it straight from the palette. You just want to be really clean with them. And then you also want to clean your palettes, like your metal palettes that you put product on, and your brushes in between clients. Like I said, Super easy to do. If you get the brush cleaning sprays, with your metal palettes, all you have to do is wipe them off with a paper towel, spray them with alcohol, wipe again, spray it with alcohol until it's clean. I mean, super easy. Sanitizing your lip liners and eyeliners. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is probably one of the biggest things I see at shows. I see makeup artists literally sharpen the pencil without even spraying it with alcohol. This is why it's necessary to have alcohol in your kit, okay? It's just, you use it for everything. So how you sanitize a pencil is you're going to spray it with the alcohol, sharpen it, spray it. So easy, takes 2 seconds. Make sure you clean out your sharpener when you're done. I mean, that's common sense. So make sure you're spraying it with alcohol before and after you sharpen it. Like I already touched on sanitizing your hands in between clients, but you can never talk about it too much. And last but not least, please don't ever let me hear you ask for your lashes back. You are a makeup artist, you are a professional, you should have plenty of lashes in your kit. Okay, it's necessary for every shoot, every event, everything. You need lashes. Basically, you should have an unlimited amount of lashes and an unlimited amount of brushes. Like, I don't ever think it's necessary to ask for your lashes back. I've never been in a situation where I've been like, man, I really need those lashes back. I'm gonna reuse them on a client. How do you even sanitize them? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, they're literally attached to somebody else's eye for an extended period of time. What if that person has pink eye or something else going on with their eye? What are you going to do? You're going to take their lashes back and you're going to, I don't even know, you're going to glue them right back on to somebody else? And that's just disgusting. Ardell lashes are my favorite. They're very inexpensive. You can buy packs of 5 for like $11. You can get individuals. It's really not that hard. My good friend Lindsay Ambrosio, Makeup Madam Cosmetics, she just put out a line of mink lashes that are not very expensive at all. So there's no excuses when it comes to sanitation, you guys. And the biggest excuse that I will even consider is that you're unlicensed, and if that's the case, go to school. Okay, like, it really bothers me that people think that being licensed has something to do with talent as a makeup artist. It doesn't. It's all about regulations, rules, and sanitation. Like, that's literally the biggest takeaway I got from school, and it's necessary. So let's all practice safe sanitation. And if you're a bigger artist out there, just make it known. Make it on your platform a known thing to use disposables, to be sanitary, not to double dip. And like I said, models and clients, if you see somebody practicing unsanitary makeup habits, call them out or say something to somebody else and they'll call them out for you. But there's always a way to get through to people on how to be sanitary. It's just unnecessary to not be sanitary. And that is my episode for today. It's really short and sweet, but it gets my point across. And next week, I hope you guys will join me for a conversation about the Denver fashion industry, Denver beauty industry, and how it's growing, and what's going on, events that are happening. I love you guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.